Hey guys, Bubba Freeney here from the First Line Defense channel. I want to talk about what it means to be your first line of defense. Essentially, what that means is you are not relying on anyone else to handle your business, whatever business that may be. You're not having to rely on the police. You're not having to rely on your neighbors. You're not having to rely on your brother, your wife. Like, for instance, my wife is just as capable as I am and could kick the average man's butt. So there's that. Yeah, I've been in law enforcement for 12 years now. Um, I've been in the self defense industry for just as long, training Krav Maga, Jiu Jitsu, Muay Thai specifically, what I like to call the big three. All of those things have helped me develop into a capable human being to help me be a better protector for my family and other people. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to, being an asset to my job and to society. Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell so that you don't miss any videos. Black Tiger International, this breacher shirt currently is my favorite shirt right now. I wear it all the time. Training, when I'm out, check them out, blacktigerinternational.com. He's a local SWAT dude, Jack, good dude from a surrounding parish. Black Tiger International. Pick up your breacher shirt. But I've been in the industry. I've run into a lot of people. I have a lot of friends in the industry. I've owned my own gym at one point. So I've trained and worked with a lot of people and a lot of mentalities. You know, in the law enforcement world, there's this mentality that somehow the badge is going to protect the individual and dissuade people from challenging you. And we know sometimes that that's not the case. I mean, we've seen countless police videos where officers are completely unable to handle themselves. And I'm not talking just like one single officer. You got sometimes 3+ officers trying to control one person, and it is an absolute failure. On the flip side of that, you kind of tend to have two different types of people in the civilian side of society, where you have the people who want to develop themselves in a well-rounded skill set. You know, they want to be able to, number one, and probably most important than anything else that you will ever learn to do, de-escalate. Your verbal judo skills are probably the most important skill set, alongside situational awareness, that will get you out of and keep you out of trouble. Two, hands-on skill sets. You know, like we talked about, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Krav Maga, things like that. The third group of people are the group of people that just blow my mind and really drive me nuts. It's the I'll just shoot them people. One, it's not always illegal and justified to shoot someone. Two, if you go watch a lot of videos, there are a lot of attacks that are surprise attacks. where you have to use hands-on skill sets to fight your way to your higher force option. If you're standing there having a conversation and out of nowhere someone attacks you, you have to address that first before you can go to a higher force option to address the problem. It's not always as simple as drawing a gun and shooting someone, or you find yourself being held up with a firearm in your face. You can't draw on a drawn weapon. The timing is not realistic. The expectation is unrealistic that you would be able to draw and shoot that person before they shoot you. Ultimately, the goal would be to give them what they want and then have them go away. Cards are replaceable. You know, all of your material things are replaceable. All of your cards and bank accounts, all those things can be put on hold. All those cards can be canceled and replaced. It's when that person wants you or the people you love that it becomes an issue, and now it's time to fight. So, what exactly is the goal when you are your first line of defense? Well, the first thing is you want to prevent. You want to prevent anything from happening, or try to prevent things from getting worse if you are in a situation already. And the second thing you want to do is you want to protect. You want to protect yourself, and you want to protect the ones you love, and you want to protect the ones around you. And if those two things happen, like one, if you can't prevent it and you end up having to protect somebody, then you want to prevail. You want to prevail over evil. You want to prevail against what it is you're dealing with. Now, that doesn't always mean that you prevail by force. Maybe that means you prevail with verbal judo, in which case you're back to the prevent part. Prevailing doesn't always mean blood and violence. Yes, sometimes violence is necessary, 100%. But it's not always the answer. Sometimes violence is the answer, but not always. At the end of the day, as an individual, you know, we want to be capable, and we want to have like skill sets that allow us to accomplish the goal of being our first line of defense. So I want to challenge you. What are you doing to better prepare yourself, to allow yourself all of the skill sets that being a protector, that being your first line of defense requires? Are you developing your social skills, your verbal judo? Are you developing your de escalation skills? Or are you the person that goes in and starts running their mouth and makes situations worse to where now you're the problem and the other person's not? Are you working your skills that are in that gray area that will allow you to go from the verbal portion to the physical portion to your higher force option? Can you fight your way to that higher force option? And lastly, are you honing your marksmanship skills? Are you out there shooting? Are you doing dry fire skills? Are you doing all these things? You can't have one without the other if you expect to be capable. If you expect to be effective, there's a saying that ineffective force looks like excessive force to the people that surround us. If you only ever train just shooting someone or shooting and honing your marksmanship skills, That's your only option. You want to have a bunch of options. You want to be able to, you know, thumb through several levels of force options before you have to use that deadly force or your higher force option or just shoot them. At the end of the day, being your first line of defense is about being a better person. It's about being an asset to the people around you and to society. I know I've said that already, but that's truly what it's about. And putting yourself in situations that are stressful prior to being dumped into a stressful situation will only make you handle real life stressful situations better at a lower level. For instance, if you do jujitsu and you're used to being calm when someone's on top of you, pressuring you, you're breathing heavy, you have to control that breath, you have to work through the skill set that you've learned to gain an advantage and reverse your situation. If you do it in the training room or at your house or in your yard or on your back patio like I do a lot of times, where everybody can see me doing a bunch of crazy stuff, when the adrenaline dumps, you're going to handle it that much better. So I want to challenge you. What are you doing to improve yourself as a protector? What skill sets are you working? Are you becoming a more rounded person or are you just working the one? Remember, you are your first line of defense. Go train.